Alright, y'all. So, warning, this is going to be one of the more serious tone videos. Y'all can tell over the last couple of months or whatever, I've been transitioning away from a lot of the comedy stuff and into a lot of the more serious social commentary just because that's where I am and that's where I'm trying to grow to professionally. So, this afternoon, I really want to talk to y'all about what's going on with Target in these bathrooms and transgender people and propaganda in particular. One, I want to start off with, the textbook definition of propaganda because we're in the election year and Donald Trump has definitely got to be the figurehead for propaganda. And the definition of propaganda is information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political view, cause, or point of view. Y'all, we are living in the year of propaganda where people in the media, people who are big influences in the media are taking people's fears, exploiting fears, taking numbers to draft narratives that quite frankly do not exist. Taking numbers, people's fears to draft narratives that quite frankly do not exist. So this morning I wake up and my timeline, my phone, and my text is just blowing up about people who want to know my opinion about Target implementing a policy in their stores that state people can use the bathroom according to their personal gender identity. Meaning, if I am a transgendered woman and I feel, if I'm Caitlyn Jenner, okay, despite the fact that I was born with a dick, I can go to the women's bathroom, okay? If I am Chaz Bono, I was born with a vagina, but I live my life as a man, I identify as a man, I can go to the men's bathroom. So the first thing that I did, because I always want to gain perspective when I talk on things like this, is I called all my homegirls with kids. Because these Christian and these radical groups, in an effort to gain support to push their agenda, the first thing you do is exploit people's fear, which is their children. And in this country, we're designed to believe that, okay, men predators are instantly going to go after our children. All the transgenders going to touch our children. The gays going to touch our children. The gays going to turn my children gay. I don't want to send my baby to the bathroom with somebody who was born a man because they're going to touch my child. Right, because men are the only ones that touch children, right? Women don't do it, which is another fallacy, but we'll save that for another video. And so she expressed to me that her biggest fear was, and she said, while I do support the fact that transgender people do need to have a restroom that they can go into and feel comfortable, I have to err on the side of caution, and my first priority is to the safety of my child. So with that, unfortunately, I don't agree with the policy, and I totally respect what she said, because as a parent, you have to err on the side of caution to protect your child. So then I called some of my transgender friends to get their opinions, and they shed a very interesting light on this situation, and one of which I want to share with you guys to try to shut the fuck up, bitch. Get your ass in the cage. You wait till I start talking to the damn people you want to get the bargain. Sorry, y'all. So, they said, I see Oprah might be watching this, and now you don't mess me up because I don't cuss. Oprah, don't hold it against me. I can be professional if needs be. Talk to some of my transgender friends, and they said, Dineva, let me shed some light on what's going on with this. She said the media and the Christian radical groups have taken a problem that really is not a problem and put it on a nuclear level. She said, Dineva, guess what, girl? We've been going to the bathroom with the women since the beginning of time. She said, when we walk through the store with our wigs and our heels on and our makeup, especially those of us that are unclockable, We damn sure not going to the men's bathroom. And it made me think, you're right. Transgender people are not new. They're not a species of people that just came about when Caitlyn Jenner came out. They've been here for a very long time. And she's absolutely right. So then, this particular friend went on to say, where are the numbers? Where are the numbers? And quite frankly, guys, before we target, we need to target at home. Be careful about jumping on bandwagons and allowing propaganda to get you all heated and get you stressed in your chest. Because when we start talking about molestation, which seems to be the selling point of this non-gender conforming bathroom situation, molestation is the selling point. I don't want my child to be touched. I don't feel comfortable. But newsflash, you and your child have already been in the bathroom with the transgender people. You just didn't know it. But moreover, nothing has happened. Where are the numbers? But yet, a lot of you mothers, a lot of you women, a lot of you Christian radicals out there are the first person to leave your child at home with your new boyfriend, with your neighbor, with the bus driver from the church, with an uncle, with your granddaddy. And the statistics show that if your child is likely to be raped, touched, molested, it's more likely to come from somebody within the family, neighborhood, home, immediate social situation than it is in public. So with that, I urge you guys to not buy into the hype, but buy into the numbers. Respect the fact that while you're up in arms about transgender people being able to now legally use the restroom based on whichever gender identity they choose, that they've been doing it all along anyway. So you have to stop and ask yourself, what am I really huffing and puffing about at this moment? And am I buying into the hype? Now, some will argue with these new policies being set in place, some weirdo can now put on a dress and walk into a women's bathroom and touch a child and vice versa. But newsflash, the law was not preventing somebody from doing that before. Truthfully, with me being a man, listen, if I clean shave close enough, throw that wig on and beat this face, and I walk fishy enough, I can walk into the bathroom and pass. The same way the transgender women have been doing since the beginning of time. So y'all, we really have to sit down and deconstruct much of this propaganda and figure out what it is we're really arguing about here. And at the end of the day, like I said, considering the fact that they've been using the bathroom with you and you know about it and nothing has happened, all of this is really obsolete and it's a moot point. So I just wanted to put it out there, my transgender advocacy moment of the day. I can say I did my good deed today as I get back to blogging and disciplining my rude ass dogs. But I want to know y'all thoughts on it. Can we not make my comment section a religious debate? And the only reason I say that about bringing God and Jesus and whomever else you pray to into the debate is because everybody in the world is not one religion. All right? We're all not Christians. And I think that one of the things that aggravate me the most with devout Christians is that they fail to realize or make concessions for the fact that everyone in the world is not Christian. So if everyone in the world is not Christian, then we cannot govern the entire world on Christian philosophy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking against the Christians. I'm just simply saying, Christian people, before you get in the comments and start making your Christian arguments, please understand that your Christian argument doesn't apply to me if I'm Buddhist. Alright? Anyway, y'all ponder upon that. Let's have the discussion. Transgenders, gender conforming bathrooms. Oh, and my closing point. The world is changing. Whether you agree or like the direction in which it's changing. But one thing is for sure. It's moving forward. So either you get on board or you're going to get ran over. Let's think back in the day, poom poom shorts once upon a time made you a streetwalker. Okay? Drinking alcohol once made you a person of the world. Things that have now all become socially acceptable. Interracial dating was against the law at one point in time. It was against God's will. All things that have now become socially acceptable. Nobody died. So, y'all keep in mind that the world is evolving. You know, transgender people are people too. And they been using the bathroom with your ass. So simmer down. Let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about it. Bye.